Hey guys, what's going on? I'm BMOC. You're now tuning to BMOC.TV. Tonight is a special live Q&A episode. A live Q&A episode just with me, yours truly, giving all the co-hosts a break for Father's Day. Some of our co-hosts are fathers, some have fathers, some husbands, boyfriends, whatever, got situations going on. So I figured this would be a great time to just kind of get in touch with the people. Let me see what you guys are thinking. Let's see what's out there. So again, shout out to everybody who's been supporting us from the beginning. We've had some really great feedback, some really great participation from the folks out there, from the viewers who've been tuning in and watching us and rocking with us. So the last live Q&A was lit, on fire. So thanks for that. So before we get to the actual Q&A comments, I need to address something. So a few days ago, after the last NBA playoff games, which is, I'm going to be done by tonight, folks. Don't worry. I'll be done before the game tonight. So, the whole situation with Steph Curry, getting fouled out the game and throwing his mouthpiece at the fan. And then Ayesha Curry, his wife, tweeted that the NBA was rigged on Twitter. He tweeted that, a little upset about things that's been kind of happening and stuff like that. So she posted the tweet, then she deleted it. She apologized. And then the next day, Stephen A. Smith does this whole rant about, how she needs to not comment and know her place, a whole bunch of stuff. He kind of fluffed it up, but basically he was saying, know your place. You should be commenting on the game. And I just thought that was kind of a little bit out of pocket. I just feel like it wasn't a fair assessment of the situation. I feel like beyond a job, beyond a career, there's certain man laws, right? And what I mean by a man law, I don't mean like a man should listen to Beyonce or he shouldn't eat ice cream in the park, like those stupid man laws. I mean a man law like you shouldn't be addressing another man's wife. She is an NBA player. Yes, she's supportive. Yes, she's tweeting about her husband and so forth. But she checked herself. Like you didn't have to check her checking herself. Like she's already done that. I just feel like it was a way to get ratings. I feel like it was a low blow. And I feel like people have been waiting to kind of tear down the Curry family. Like I'm not the biggest sports expert aficionado, you know what I'm saying? I do pay attention to what's going on. But I do feel like a lot of people hate those you seem two perfect couples. I don't know what that means. I feel like in today's social media, it's like if you have some type of a nuclear family, like there's a father, mother, there's kids, you're successful, you're making money, you're doing what you love to do, you consider perfect. And if you're strung out on drugs, beating somebody up, in jail, divorce, whatever it is, then you're regular. And I feel that's such a weird dynamic where it's like the dysfunctional family is considered what's normal, and the better, or I want to say better, how can I put this? I want to say the more structured, established family or households considered to be too perfect. There's no in between. And I feel like that's kind of unfair. So when you have Steph Curry losing his cool at the game, throwing his mouthpiece, and you have Ayesha, on Twitter defending her husband, saying something that we would probably say if we were mad in the moment. Now it's she needs to know her place, and it's a whole bunch of foolishness. It's foolishness. Like Steph Curry is the person that's the NBA star. Okay, Ayesha is smart and intelligent in her own right, but you're speaking on her because she's the wife of the NBA player. So to comment on her and then comment on her looks and then trying to compare her to LeBron James's wife and saying it's just a whole bunch of stupid stuff. It's stupid. And I feel like he's saying that because he doesn't have a wife. Is he married? Is he married? Is he married? I Googled it. Nobody came up. I saw a girlfriend. I saw some girl with a big forehead. She had no edges. I don't know. I'm not saying that was his wife. I'm just saying I saw him with somebody. I don't know who he was with. That probably wasn't his wife. I don't know if he's even married, but I think it's a different code when you are. And I feel like it was just a wrong thing. Address that man. If you feel like Ayesha should be doing something, say, you know what, Steph, maybe you should have a conversation with her to kind of, let her know how things go, or just not address it. Address him. I think Steph Curry did enough in that game. You can address him. You can say, Steph Curry, you know, where was your offense at? How come you wasn't shooting the way you were supposed to be shooting? How come you weren't playing the way you were playing? How come you weren't getting Draymond and all people in check? Like, there's other things you can address about the game to worry about a tweet. A grown man using a platform, right? A platform on a cable show to address somebody else's wife is just so like, it breaks like every man law possible. You're taking time you could spend to talk about the players and the NBA playoffs to take 10 minutes to address Ayesha Curry, who's not shooting hoops. She doesn't have a jersey. I don't get why this is acceptable. And then I have this grown men saying that that's cool. Like, grown men saying that that's cool. Whether you agree with what she did or not, who cares? Because she apologized, right? She said what she did was out of line. She's already checked herself. To go back over it is like, it's like a wimpy way out. Like, y'all been waiting for them to fall. I'm not a fan of either. Whoever wins tonight, whoever wins tonight. I don't care who wins. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to be entertained. I have absolutely no dog in this fight at all. This probably be the last time you probably hear me talk about sports like this, because I'm not really worried about the sports. I'm worried about the fact that it's now acceptable for another man to check another man's wife over a tweet that she was woman enough to delete and apologize for. I feel like people love to tear people down. I feel like this is the only way possible you can do it, which is wrong. So that's how I feel about it, man. I feel like Stephen A. Smith, I feel like he's an intelligent cat. I've seen a lot of videos where he's coming at some people. I saw a video last year where he was apologizing and, oh, I'm so sorry for speaking on this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen where he's apologized for guy to go fly off the handle. And I know he does it for ratings. I know he does it for people to comment on it like I'm doing right now. I know that's a whole part of entertainment. And I get that. I think it's kind of a low blow to come at a man's wife like that, especially when it's supposed to be about the NBA playoffs. And she's tweeted something. And that's it. I feel like he's trying to diminish her role, but elevating it. Like, she doesn't matter. She doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but you got to talk about her for 10 minutes about a tweet. So was she shooting hoops when she was tweeting? Was she on the court when she was tweeting? Like, it's crazy. And then the whole commenting on her looks and commenting on LeBron James's wife looks and then what LeBron James' wife does. Like, all women are different. All men are different. We're all different. You can't generalize the whole group of people. There's announcers, there's commenters, there's commentators, there's people, there's talk show hosts that wouldn't talk about it, Ayesha. But you are. So should we compare you to Steve Harvey? Should we compare you to Dr. Phil? Like what are we doing here, folks? Like, keep the marriage stuff out of it. Like, just keep the wife stuff out of it. Let her do her thing. She's a role model. She does her thing. All these people are role models. All these people are living their passion and their dreams. That's all we can do. Was she wrong? I mean, that's subjective. Was she wrong? She was in the moment. She said she was wrong. She's admitted she was wrong. Is the NBA rigged? I don't know. Who knows? If you told me to pick a point, I would say it probably isn't rigged. I would probably say people think everything in entertainment is rigged. They think the music industry is rigged. I hear people say things about, oh, the Illuminati and the Grammys are rigged and record sales are rigged. I work in it. There's nothing rigged about it. These people do their jobs and they go home to their families. Okay. NBA, I'm not a sports expert. I would have no idea. I would probably say no, but I don't know. The point is, she checked herself. She apologized. Let that be the end of it. You checking his wife is uncalled for. I think it's not. I think it's just not. I'm not saying he's not a man. I just think that's a man law that you shouldn't break, especially if it was about a tweet. And then comparing wives and who looks good. Like, come on, fam. Come on, man. If Ayesha was single, you'd probably holler. LeBron James' wife was single, you'd probably holler. You know what I mean? So relax, okay? Relax. Yeah. Like Bryce said, she has the right to speak her mind. She has the right to speak her mind, man. That's what Twitter is for. That's what Twitter is for. The consequence of Steph Curry. Is Steph Curry really going to get penalized because his wife tweeted the NBA was rigged? I want y'all to really think about that. Think about that. Ayesha Curry is saying the NBA is rigged on a tweet. Do we really think that Steph Curry is gonna, like, come on? It's like, okay, well, we're gonna kick him out the league because of a tweet, even though he's MVP last year and he got the championship last year. Like, he's the MVP champ. He's a champ. He's the champ. They're the champions. This is what happens. We all start valuing social media over actual hard work. And that's the problem nowadays. I tell this to my interns. I tell this to my assistants. I tell this to anybody that I've hired or has worked for me. You cannot let the perception of social media overshadow your actual work. There's a lot of people on social media who will make things look like they are balling, they're living, they're the king, they're doing it big, and you check the resume, and the resume doesn't add up to the likes. I am sorry, people. You can't put 100 likes on your resume. I'm sorry. You can't do it. You can't unless it's either like you're getting 5 million likes or you're getting none. It's like if you get 5 million likes, you can probably look like a reality show or something. Then by all means, do your thing. But like you can't put 100 likes on. Like you can't. Like we're now in a society where we're valuing social media over actual work ethic. So we're saying that Steph Curry's career is in jeopardy over her tweet, even though this guy is probably one of the best NBA players right now. Like these people, he could possibly win the championship tonight, but he's in jeopardy over Ayesha's tweet. Like, are we serious? If y'all think that he could be jeopardized over a tweet, then you must agree with her and saying the NBA is rigged. You must agree with her if you think that he. But again, that's logic. You know, you can't bring logic sometimes to these debates. You know what I'm saying? Came in with no edges. You can't, man. Thank you, Lacey. You can't. Like, you can't. Like, even with me, when I post things on social media, and I post things to the show, what I'm doing, it's typically something's already been done. Like, I'm already gotten a job. I'm already at a show. I'm already doing something. People let social media. That's why I feel like we're debating this. If social media didn't matter as much as it did, we wouldn't even worry about her tweet. If she had said this on MySpace, we wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. It's like social media should be a reflection of your actual work ethic. You have people who are getting popping that have no talent, that have no work. So hopefully their work is by being able to build a brand and be able to partner themselves with smart people. But people are allowing social media to be more what's the word I'm looking for? To be stronger, to matter more, be more important than the actual work. We're talking about a tweet. Y'all are telling me that this guy's got a career in jeopardy over a tweet that she deleted? She said she was wrong. She was woman enough to do that. You don't be checking nobody's wife, man. Like, we not having that. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Like, I'm a cool guy. People know me. I'm cool. I'm not from the streets. I wear bow ties. I talk with proper English. I have my glasses. I'm styling. Shout out to the polo, my Grammy hat. You know what I mean? Don't talk about the wife. Just don't. And I think most men would agree with that. I'm sure Steph Curry would agree with that. You just can't do that. I would be easy with that. I think that's when you let ratings and things like that nature control how your tone, your communication, your delivery. It's all for ratings. All for ratings. And he's gonna get it. So yeah, that's it. What's my space? Where's my space? So yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna go through the comments real quick. Lacey, I just passed out. Shout out to Lacey, man. Lacey out there doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Again, somebody who puts work in. Shout out to Lacey. Big forehead, no edges. Hey, I just Googled. Listen, Talib, I just Googled, fam. I'm not trying to, I don't know. He's not married. So I don't know. I Googled Stephen A. Smith's wife. I was curious. Again, I'm not a sports expert. I Googled. First thing I saw was a girl with a big forehead, no edges. I don't know. She's like she was on a different world first season. I don't know. Like that's what she looked like to me. I don't know. It could be somebody else. I don't know. Was he married before? Because only why I bring that up, and I'm not saying like if you're married, you know everything. That's not what I'm saying. You know, I am on an HDTV reality show coming out about marriage in 2 weeks. Plug. But it's like if you're not in that situation, you may not understand how like out of pocket that is. It's kind of like when people talk about kids, and if you don't have a child or a kid, you may not relate to it like a parent would. Or if you talk about like racial relations, if you're not black or you're not somebody who's been, you know, mistreated in this country, you may not understand like racial equality. That's how I'm comparing it. Not saying you can't understand it, but you may have a better understanding if you're in that situation. So yeah, man, it's crazy. King with no edges. You're right about Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to M&A 0422. Oh, and please, guys, this is not gonna be an all-night thing. Hit me up with some questions. Give me some questions about the show, about music, about previous topics. Anything we talk about, please hit me up. I'm here to talk about it. I will be done before the game starts. Don't worry. I'm tuned in tonight, okay? I'm doing an early show just because I know the game is at 8. So, yeah. His name is I'm crying. and you keep going. Different World first season. Y'all, listen. Y'all know a Different World first season was a struggle season. Remember when they had the theme song, they had a harmonica? That's what it looked. That's what I heard when I was looking at the photo with Stephen A. Smith and the girl with the head. I don't know. I should have saved the photo and screenshot it. She was headed in the wrong direction, man. She was out, but let me not get ahead of myself. Make sure y'all put those questions in the comments. Joe H says people find a reason to drag Ayesha. Her reaction was what you would expect from somebody's spouse. Exactly. Like, she's not going for Miss America here. She's a wife. She's supportive. And the thing about it is, whether you think it was wrong or not is irrelevant. She apologized. She deleted it. Like, that's her Twitter. If you're going to condemn her for tweeting it, then praise her for deleting it. It's like it's the same thing, man. You know, I'm just saying, we've seen a lot worse. We've seen a lot worse in entertainment that we forgive people over. R. Kelly's out here still putting out albums. Chris Brown out here still moonwalking on people. Like, I'm just saying, I love listening to R. Kelly's music. I love listening to Chris Brown music. That last Chris Brown mixtape was fire. But people have done a lot worse, and we let them rock. Like, Ayesha has one bad moment on Twitter. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? She's the boogeyman. Like, relax, all right? Relax. Negro spirituals. What's your favorite hip hop concert? I've never been to a hip hop concert. I've been to a hip hop concert. Favorite hip hop concert that I've went to? It's been a while, man. It's so funny. I haven't been to a lot of concerts. People probably wouldn't believe it. Oh, you're a music guy. All you do is go to concerts. I wake up at a concert. Nah, I go to a lot of battle rap events. I've probably been to more battle rap events like URL, Smack. URL Smack is one company, Total Slaughter. Like, I go to those a lot. So yeah. Man said chill. Well, I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest. Talking about the head again. Hey, listen, I don't know. I think Stephen A. Smith is headed in the wrong direction. Maybe it was Stephen A. Smith. Maybe he was the one that was in the picture. Maybe I'm getting the person confused. Maybe he was the person I was looking at. How do you feel about Maxwell's new album next month and the songs Lake by the Ocean and 1990X? Shout out to Bryce Blackwell. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Maxwell project. The first single that he put out, it was cool. It was okay. I'm still waiting for that major song is gonna make me connect with the album. I think it was good. I'm hoping that he's kind of saving the best for the album. You know what I'm saying, to get people into it. But I'm going to support because I'm just a big Maxwell supporter. I love what he did with Neo Soul. I love his whole the lyricism, the song composition, the vocal production. I'm a fan of it, so I'm definitely going to check it out. Sean O'Core put, hope I'm saying your name right. Are you going to review YG Still Brazy? To be honest with you, I kind of review albums that I really like. Artists I really like. I think I don't like YG. I don't know. I like YG's last. I think it's My Crazy World, My Crazy Life, or something like that. And please excuse me, all the YG fans. I think he's dope. So yeah, I typically review things that I like. Someone actually check it out. I have a lot of albums to check out, and that's definitely on my list. So if I think it's dope, I'll definitely review it. Typically, when the album passes a week, like let's say it came out last Friday, and I haven't heard it by next Friday, I probably won't review it because by then people don't search for it as much, and then you lose a lot of views. So it's kind of like I'll be like the 5,000th review of YG. People won't watch it, and I'll like have to record an 8-minute review, edit it for 2 hours, upload it for 1 hour to get 5 views on a YouTube video. It's probably not gonna happen. But I will shout out on the Culture episode, so tune in. So I may just shout it out. Stephen A. Smith sung the whole original Different World theme song. Yeah, he is. Let's see. Chill Wall. Shout out to Vance. You think Frank Ocean will drop this year or he will claim Andre 3000 status? I don't know. I'm waiting for Frank Ocean. I've been waiting for Frank Ocean's album since last year. I've been waiting by the ocean for Frank Ocean's album. I don't know, man. I feel something in my heart of hearts. I feel like Frank Ocean's album is done. I feel like it's done, and I feel like he's dragging it out for promotional reasons. Maybe they're still trying to find that single, but I feel like, I'm not saying this because I know something. People think I'm not there with the folks, with the people. But I would put a bet that I think the album is done. It's just picking when it's going to come out. I don't think it's going to be fourth quarter though. I don't think fourth quarter is typically reserved for those bigger artists. I mean, August Alsina did come out fourth quarter too, so you never know. But I feel like we should get it this year. I don't feel like it's going to be Andre 3000-ish yet. I feel like we should give him more time. I definitely feel like by the end of this year, Frank Ocean's album is going to come out. That would be my guess. Mine's Up in Smoke. I didn't go, but it was great. Legacy ENT. Yeah, I heard Up in Smoke was dope. Legacy ENT put, how do you feel about Tupac biopic All Eyes on Me trailer? Well, I thought it was pretty interesting in terms of like just what it captured. I can't give a full opinion yet because I don't feel like that was the actual trailer. I feel like it was like the teaser. We didn't really hear a lot of Tupac lines in that. I don't want to say that's the trailer. Typically, the trailers have like coming soon, September. You know, go out, buy a ticket. Like that's what I feel like is like a trailer. That was like coming soon. I felt like it was like a Facebook Live video. Like, here's we're doing the movie. You know, this is his birthday. I want y'all to make sure we do the movie. So stay. That's what I felt like. It was like hold on, it's coming, it's coming. So I can't give my full opinion yet. What I saw, I'm not really mad at. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I ain't mad at you. The guy looks like Tupac. So, you know, what more can you say? Let's hopefully the trailer will give us more information. Vance put, who do you think will win? Do you know who's playing tonight? Well, I keep saying to you guys, I'm not a sports expert. I definitely know who's playing tonight. I don't know. It's going to be, I don't know. I think both teams are talented. I really feel like the Cavaliers just coming that back-to-back, 2 games back-to-back. People thought it was going to be over last week. So LeBron James really pulled up, and I really admire that. I don't know. I have no idea. If I was a betting man, based upon everything that's going on, I don't bet on games. I don't bet in general. If I had to bet, I would probably pick the Cavaliers, just off of the streak in terms of like maybe Steph Curry's games could be let up out of it because he was fouled out for the first time last game. People talk about his wife. You know, but it's a home game. It's going to be a home game for them. So again, you never know. The home game can make them go harder, but the stuff in the press and the media and his wife and all that stuff and that could mess with the game. So it all depends on how Steph Curry plays tonight. That's the funny part about it. If Steph Curry's on his A game, they're probably going to take it. But if not, if those other things kind of mess with his mind, then the Cavaliers are probably going to get that championship. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. You know. Let's see, what's some other questions? Let's see. Go through. Definitely snapped it. Oh yeah, Joe H. What do you think of the Ro James Eldorado album? So yeah, shout out to Joe H. It's funny. I've been trying to peep this album. That album is the top of my list. I was bigging up Ro James in one episode with the whole the slow. Burn It Slow. Burn It Slow is the jam. I feel like the last time I played that hard, besides Girlfriend by the Internet, was Coffee by Miguel. I probably played Burn Slow more than I've played Coffee by Miguel. I feel like Coffee was so dope. It was like Coffee and then Miguel's album. It was like 2 different pieces of work. I would have paid $9.99 for Coffee. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I think I definitely want to check it out. It's on my list. So I actually give you my opinion of it next episode. Next episode, we're doing the BT recap next Sunday after the show. So I'll definitely give you my opinion of Ro James, and hopefully Ro James gets shown some love at the BT Awards. So yeah. Okay, then people. Well, if you could hologram any dead artist just like they did with Tupac, who would it be? Wow. I think an easy one for me would be Michael Jackson, even though it's kind of weird because they actually did that with Michael Jackson at the AMAs. I think it was last year, the year before that, and I was really creeped out by it. It was almost like I like it when they like piece together performances and create one thing. I think that's cool. But I feel like with that Michael Jackson performance, I feel like somebody was like acting like him, and then they kind of like it was really weird. So my pick would be Michael Jackson, but I'm still not 100% sold on the hologram thing just yet. It's a little creepy. It's like we become so nostalgic that we would rather see a Tupac hologram than pay to go see Miguel. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for them leg drops from Miguel. So yeah, they'll probably be safer watching a hologram or not. You know what I'm saying? Rap Nerd put that was the Red Band teaser. Let's see. Tara put, which artists do you want to see live currently? Which artists want to see live currently? Oh, I just saw the internet in London. I would love to see Anderson .Paak live. I saw Kendrick Lamar at the Grammys. I think he did great. I would love to see a full show. Actually, my perfect concert would be Kendrick Lamar, Anderson .Paak, the internet, and Keandra to be the DJ. That would be my perfect concert right now. Special guest Jasmine Sullivan, and Kiki Watt doing a cover. Just one cover. I don't want any originals, Kiki. You know, the originals is cool, but we want to see you do like Amazing Grace doing the runs, something like that. So that's what I would want for sure. Great question. What summer mixtape do you want to hear more, Wally or Fabulous? Fabulous. That's what I want. Fabulous got them bars, man. Every Fabulous mixtape, I've been a Fabulous fan since Holla Back Youngin. Fabulous is like my top 10, probably 9 or 10. So yeah, I love that last summer shootouts was crazy. I felt like a lot of those songs could have been an album. I feel like the joint with Nicki could have been one. The Lauryn Hill sample. I like Lauryn Hill, folks. The Lauryn Hill sample could have been dope. Yeah, so definitely Fabulous. I do want to hear Wale. Wale's dope. Don't get me wrong. Wale's nobody to sleep on. Anytime Wale has a project, I definitely review it. Albums, I'll definitely review it. So yeah, I would definitely say Fabulous if I had to pick. Eldorado is dope. Talib said neither. Oh, Danielle put not Aaliyah. That's the thing. Aaliyah will be a dope hologram, but Aaliyah thing is so touchy, man. You know, I didn't have like when you have crushes on celebrities, everybody's cute. But I think probably my major 2 crushes probably Mariah Carey and then Aaliyah. I think after Aaliyah, I didn't really have any more like super crushes. Maybe because I got older or whatever, but I feel like Aaliyah is just such a special place. I was such a big Aaliyah fan. I had an Aaliyah poster on the wall in the room. I was such a Aaliyah fan that when she passed away, people called me to say that she died or whatever. I didn't believe them. I thought they were just pranking me because they knew how big of a fan I was of her. So that's still a touchy spot. I don't know if I would want to be at a concert and have an Aaliyah hologram. That's a little. I feel like something you just can't really play with. The whole hologram thing, I'm still a little. Maybe if they just take like a performance. Maybe if they took like a performance that she's done and just soloed her out, like just kind of like photoshopped her out into a hologram, and that's fine. But if she's like shouting out Snapchat and Instagram and stuff like that, like we know that's not the real Aaliyah. I'm not trying to see that. No. Let's see. Have you got Streets of Compton? Let me see. Yeah, okay, Vance. Have you got Streets of Compton? Vance said, have you given Streets of Compton a listen yet by The Game? I have not. I actually watched Streets of Compton documentary a couple of days ago. I had it on my DVR. So I think it just came out. Did you see it come out 2 days ago? Yeah, so I gotta listen to The Games. And I don't know, I guess that's a separate album. I feel like he was kind of plugging it for the show. But yeah, I want to hear it. I'm a big Game fan. I think Game is super talented, top 15 lyricist to do it. Consistency is crazy. He's authentic. Yeah, I definitely will be checking it out for sure. I make very short videos shopping random objects, just Chopper guy. You're spamming my chat. Okay, Chopper. I am banning you, Chopper guy. Okay, that's not hip hop. You spamming the comments is not hip hop. Rap nerd lit put. How do you feel about Kanye West's video game trailer for Only One? Kanye, man. I am a big Kanye West fan. My dark twisted fantasy. No, I'm going that and back. The post Yeezus Kanye. I don't know who this person is. I'm not gonna lie to kick it like I wasn't playing The Life of Pablo overseas. Overseas people got me with The Life of Pablo. Yeah, I mean it's creative. I like it. You know, it's cool. I like Kanye. Kanye kind of pushes the culture. I just don't know if he's pushing it off a cliff or he's pushing it down the street. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like with Yeezus, he was kind of pushing stuff off the culture. And then I think it makes it worse is some of the Kanye hardcore fans. Like, he can literally be like Pootie Tang. You know, in the movie Pootie Tang, he put out like the silent album. And he was like, yeah, that's dope. That's great. I feel like people do that with Kanye West. Kanye West could put out an album of him drinking a soda. People are like, oh my God, this is the new era. He's drinking sodas. We've never had a drinking soda person. You know, I feel like if we were harder on him, I feel like he would go harder. But because he knows that he can just like do whatever, we gonna just rock with it. Because you know, Kanye was so creative that even if he like created some junk, there would be like a diamond somewhere in it. So it's like he can have one good song and that makes up for it. But yeah, man. But yeah, I liked it. It was cool. It's okay. All of it's Kanye to me. So the trailer is cool. M&A put what is the M&A 0422 put? What is the last album you bought? The last album I bought, well, I guess you have to put bought/stream legally. So the last album I kind of bought streamed was Keandra's 99.9%. That's the last album. In terms of just like not streaming, like I didn't like save it offline stream, probably I guess Lemonade, I guess, would be that. Cause that was on Apple. Apple streaming. I don't know, it's tough. I have like a subscription to like Apple, Spotify, and Tidal. So I kind of just stream those, but I pay for those streaming. So I guess that would count as a purchase, so to speak. The last time I purchased without streaming was probably Adele. I purchased the download so I could review it. But yeah, so I guess it would be 99.9% Keandra. I'm still waiting for that solid album, Rap Nerd. Oh, if you want a solid album, listen to Yeezus. I mean, that was it. Legacy Entertainment put, if there was a Hall of Fame of rap, who would be your first 5 inductees? Okay. First, off top, for me, well, okay, so you have to, there's 2 different lists. And okay, you have to put like who the pioneers were and who inspired me to like rap. If I said pioneers, it would be Chuck D, it'd be Rakim, it'd be KRS-One, it'd be Nas, and it'd probably be Jay. Like those would be like the 5, I guess, for different reasons. Like in terms of Chuck D providing that voice for just the culture in terms of how we're feeling non-commercially and having albums sold without major radio play. And then you have KRS-One, who is a representation of the Bronx and hip hop starting in the Bronx and the Boogie Down and kind of the first battle rap record and meshing the whole, he was like the first good kid, Mad City, you know what I'm saying, KRS-One. And then you have Nas, who transcended, I mean, the 90s era of rap. I mean, you got it for New York City, who brought it back over. Like, you got to give it to Nas. I feel like Biggie's impact, I feel like Biggie to me is on my top 5, but I think Biggie was like the combo hit. I feel like Nas was like the first, you know, like you box in, you get that combo. I feel like Nas was the first blow and like Biggie was the uppercut. And who else did I put? And then Jay for longevity, Jay for business moves, Jay for being an incredible lyricist, Jay for being a survivor, and Jay for putting on a lot of people. Even though we shot a lot of these older legends, didn't really put on a lot of these people. And I feel like Jay kind of added to the culture. He gave us Kanye, he gave us Beanie, he gave us, you know, Rihanna's and Neos and stuff like that. So yeah, but a lot of artists would fit that. In terms of my personal 5, it's tough. My top 5 changes. My top 5 will probably be off of just lyricism: Biggie, Nas, Jay, Eminem, and what? Biggie, Jay, Nas, Eminem. It's like I'm missing somebody. Biggie, Jay, Nas, Eminem. Who would be 5? Would Jada be 5? Busta be 5? I don't know. One of those. Busta or Jada. I don't know. I don't know. So, but yeah. Let me think on it. Lacey put, is that why Kanye's still wearing those black leather pants? Because we won't check them. Listen, Kanye had a skirt on at one point. He had a skirt on with some pumps. And it was like, oh, that's what they do in Europe. Listen, I've been to like 8 European countries. I've never seen nobody wearing that. Never. Even the Scottish people, they wear like the kilt on special occasions. They're not coming out with pumps and a leather jacket on. Like, we're not doing that. Stop blaming everything on Europe, people. Go over there. They're not doing it. Let's see. There's not many female rappers that compete with male rappers. Okay. What's y'all questions? Sean put, do you think Yeezus and The Life of Pablo are Kanye's worst work? Yeah, I do. I think Life of Pablo would be ahead of Yeezus. I think Life of Pablo is better after you listen to it. I feel like when you listen to Yeezus, I feel like you're being tortured. So yeah. 808s and Heartbreaks, I wasn't mad at it. I know people hate that album. I feel like that album birthed Drake. That whole Fetty Wap, Wiz Khalifa rap singing thing people were doing, Kanye kind of ushered that in. Yeah, people were doing that kind of before, but I think Kanye really put his stamp on that in terms of being like the next wave. So yeah, I would definitely say The Life of Pablo, and I feel like The Life of Pablo wasn't focused. I feel like he had some dope songs on it. I feel like it was kind of unorganized and unstructured. And even now he's making like little tweaks to songs. And so songs I cared for and I liked, he's tweaking it and then making it worse. He's like, oh, you like that song? Great. Now let me show you how I can mess it up. And so I'm scared to listen to it now. It's like every time I listen to it, he's like changing the drum, or he's taking away a singer, or adding like unmixed demo references. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, just when I played it 20 times to like it, you're now destroying the album. So yeah, and the Yeezus, I can't even listen to it. I can't. The whole Jesus thing, I can't rock with it. Did you go to the bad? Oh, Justin Blake put. Shout out to Justin Blake too. Justin Blake, you can come on the show, man. Join the group. Facebook.com/groups. That's BMOCTV. If any of you guys out there want to be co-hosts of the show, join our Facebook group. We have the best music group on the planet. Okay, on the planet. Facebook.com/group/BMOCTV. The link should be somewhere in the summary box of the video. Facebook it. Shout out to Justin Blake. Did you go to the Bad Boy reunion concert? If not, do you plan on it? I did not go. It was too close to tax season. It was like, listen, Diddy's tickets went on sale like the first week of May. You know what I mean? Like, no, I just came back from London. I'm trying to chill. No, I didn't go. And then just when I was thinking, oh, let me just like buy these tickets. Let me just go. It's right down the street in Brooklyn. He said the tour was gonna come. I was like, oh, the tour is coming? You coming back? Okay, I'll go see the tour. So the tour is coming back, I think like September. So I'll definitely be checking it out. I heard it was a great show. I want to see Day 26, man. Bring Day 26 up. I want to see Danny Kane. I want to hear that. Okay, if you're gonna maybe hear French Montana, shout out to French Montana. If you're gonna maybe hear French Montana, okay, and he's not bad, but I'm just saying, give me that. Okay, we know G-Dep's gonna be. Well, no, G-Dep's not gonna be there. I'm sorry. Black Rob, people gonna be there, but I want to see Danny Kane. I want to see them. Okay, Danny Kane, Day 26. All right. Let's see what else. It's Rap Nerd Lee put. It's Kodak Black, the new Gucci man. I'm not really big on Kodak Black. I'm hearing a lot about him. I think he was in the freshman Source situation. Haven't heard a lot about him, but I don't know. I gotta check him out. I'm not hip to him. I'm usually hip to music. I work at a label. It's just a lot of artists that come out. It's a lot of artists. There's like 50 new artists every minute. Like literally, like somebody right now is screaming, I got bars. I get so many emails. Hey, BMOC, review my album. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not really feeling it. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do the culture episode. I talked with Deshauna Sinanita. We're gonna do like an independent music, the culture episode, where we're gonna get a lot of these people who want me to review the music. Some of them are good. I want people to kind of listen to it and judge, and we'll talk about it on the show. But to do a whole review of just somebody who I don't really care for, don't have a big following, is not gonna do too much for you. People are gonna click on the videos of people that they know. That's how it works. If they knew you before 2011, they're probably going to click and search for you. So yeah. King Joe H put, can Gucci make a comeback? He's already made a comeback. People love people out of jail. If you're not hot, go to jail. If you can't get your album to pop, go to jail, come back, they'll love you. People love nostalgia. So the only way to make yourself like nostalgic is either like make yourself fall off, move to Africa or something, be Lauryn Hill and don't show up to concerts, or go to jail and come back. So yeah, I definitely think Gucci can make a comeback. I'm not the biggest Gucci fan. I do like some of his work. I definitely see him. If he does the right moves this summer, especially now that it's hot, people want to hear that cool trapping whatever music. I definitely think he can make a comeback. So shout out to Gucci. Lacey put, would Tupac be in your top 5? I like Tupac. I think Tupac's dope. Tupac wouldn't be in my personal top 5, only because when I first started listening to hip hop, I think I told the story before. The time period is kind of different because as a child, the first thing I'm listening to was Criss Cross. I'm listening to MC Hammer. I'm listening to all these, and Michael Jackson and Bobby Brown. This is before I'm like in like the 3rd or 4th grade, where you're actually really listening to the music. Sometimes as a child, you were listening to music, but you weren't really like hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So when I really got into like hip hop was like in 94, 4th grade, listening to Nas and Illmatic. And so from that point on, it was like the lyrical, miracle, spiritual, swimming pool, lyrical, those people, like, that's what I got into. So I feel like Nas was the standard. And so if it wasn't that, I wasn't the biggest fan. I did like Tupac's California Love. I did like All Eyes on Me. In fact, I wrote a poem, a math poem for assignment to the California Love beat. But it wasn't like I needed to listen to Tupac all day. Like I studied Nas, I studied Jay, I studied Biggie, I studied Redman, Method Man, Busta Rhymes, certain people that was giving me the double wordplay and bringing it back. And Tupac was more straightforward and respect. So I think I probably earned a bigger appreciation for Tupac as I got older. So he aged out of my top 5. Like when my top 5 was already created before I even went back and listened to Me Against the World and those type of things. So yeah. So no, he would not. That's a long question. He would not. But he's, in terms of being an influential and a great artist, he's definitely a top 5 scenario. In terms of my top 5 personal, Tupac is not. But shout out to him. Let's see. Romel 1981 put, what do you think about the state of the music industry? Is it trending up? Yeah, I think so. Hopefully. I mean, I like my job. I like working at a label. No, I think it is. I think what people have to understand is that music is like an evolution. Any entertainment model is evolution. People fight so hard for nostalgia, like, oh, I miss back in the day when videos came on TV. Oh, I miss when I watched Monsters Apart. I miss buying a cassette player. Well, if you missed it, why did you stop? When you stopped buying cassettes, they died out. When you stopped watching videos on TV, they didn't air them. When you stopped watching Monsters Apart, they canceled it. Like, we say we love these things and we don't support it. So things change, and now it's streaming. So now you can stream things. And to be honest with you, I love it. I love streaming, right? I was the cat that had the double cassette player that you could record and dub stuff off the radio with the CD on top, the CD burner on top. I had all of that. I was the Spotify baby. I was the Kazaa. I don't do it anymore. So in the music industry, I purchased everything legally. I purchased things legally. I stream things legally, so I don't do it anymore. But I was from that era. So to me, it makes things more convenient to stream things instead of having to like fast forward cassettes. And I think people take that out of it. You love songs back in the day because you had the cassette and you may have got too lazy to fast forward something. So you listened to it and you learned it. And that's how you love songs. Today, everything is so streaming on demand. So people are disconnecting the emotional part of it. Also, too, a lot of us who are complaining about the music industry, we're older now. We're not talking about music on the school bus. We're not in the lunchrooms. So to us, music is kind of like a thing of where you have to make time for it. When you're younger, it's everywhere. So you can't escape music. Where now it's like, I need to search who the new artist is. I used to do a little bit more work that you would have done. So I think people take it. So I think music industry, I think it's up. I think it's in a transition. And I feel like we don't know what streaming is going to do in terms of how it's going to help in terms of sales wise. But I think in terms of being entrepreneurs, artists now can make money than they did back in the day. I think back in the day, they were counting more on their record deals to make them rich. Whereas now people got clothing lines, they're in movies, they're signing other artists, they're doing these tours. There's more ways now to make money. So I feel like it's just about funneling it. Publishing is big right now. So I think people have to just look at it from a different perspective. So to answer your question, yes, I do think we're in a better place. I think things are changing. I don't think it's for the worst. I do feel like with artistry, I do feel like there are a lot of bad artists, but a lot of good artists. So it's like there was a gate at one point, because back in the day, if you were really passionate about music, you said, you know what, I need to go to a professional studio. Let me save up my money, go to the studio and rock out, because there's only 5 studios in town. Let me save up $1,500. I can go to the studio and record it. Nowadays, you don't need $1,500. You can like close your phone up, play some music in the background, and you're on. So I feel like the gate is down. So yeah, there's a lot of bad rappers. There's a lot of good ones too. You just gotta like filter through it. So I will say that. I wish there was more of a bigger filter. But we're not gonna act like everybody in the 90s was on point. We're not gonna act like there wasn't some trash rappers in the 80s. We're not gonna do that. We're just not. So we're gonna do an episode about that. But just a short question. I think it's in a better place. I think last year was better than this year. So hopefully we end the year out great. But last year was probably one of the better years of hip hop. I'm talking about like that we've had. People were so busy saying how bad it was, how bad music is. We're used to saying that. We don't pay attention to the good stuff that's happening. So yeah, good question. Legacy Entertainment asked me, is it fair to put female rappers against male rappers in terms of style, flow, and lyrics? Yeah, it's fair. I think it's fair. I think we don't have a lot of female rappers because it's just a male-dominated industry. We don't have a lot of male cheerleaders either. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a lot of female football players. Like it's just depends on how it's set up. Do I think female MCs are nice? Yes, I actually did. Actually, probably one of my highest viewed videos on my channel, plug, was about female MCs. Do I think Remy Ma can rhyme better than some men? Yeah. Do I think Rod Digger can rhyme better than some men? Yeah. Do I think Queen Latifah during the Black Rain, you know, Just Another Day, Who You Calling to Be at UNITY days, because she's spit better to people out now? Yeah, I do. I do think Little Kim was more electric on stage than some of these rappers. I do think Foxy Brown was more thorough than some of these cats. I do think the Brat was lyrical miracling people out on tracks. I do think that. Like Shauna, a lot of times she was a highlight in some of those Disturbing the Peace songs. So yeah, I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think so. They should be giving more female rappers a chance. We gotta stop saying there was any female rappers and start showing them love. We get to this thing of saying a phrase and we stick with it. Oh, there's no good music nowadays. I miss the 90s. We get so stuck on these phrases that we take the joy out of giving people props and enjoying it. So yeah, female rappers is dope. You know, the ones that are dope are dope. The ones, same thing with male rappers. The male rappers are dope. I like good music. So point blank period. Somebody said, as him said, Jesus was awful. You said it, not me. Or I guess I did say it. 808s was not a classic. I never said 808s was a classic. I said 808s helped change the game. If you want to debate that, we can. We can have an episode about how I thought 808s changed the game. T-Pain changed the game. T-Pain is super underrated. And if it wasn't for T-Pain, we wouldn't have had 808s. We wouldn't have had the Drakes. We wouldn't have had the Futures. We wouldn't have all the stuff that y'all dancing with the trap to. But we'll get to another episode. We'll break that down later. T-Pain is very, very underrated. For those that don't know how to work the auto-tune to sing like he's singing, the harmonic is very difficult. It isn't like that stuff that people doing nowadays. Shout out to Future Designer. We kind of just singing and whatever comes out, comes out. T-Pain is like singing on notes and playing it out and harmonizing. Like he was doing things you just can't do. Like we'll talk about that later. Let's see. Let's go through the comments. Joe H asked me, who are some new artists that that we should be on the lookout for? Anderson .Paak, be on the lookout for him. Ro James, just came out. El Dorado, be on the lookout for him. The internet isn't a new group, but I love them so much. Keandra's dope. Who else is dope? A lot of dope groups out here. I still feel like people are sleeping on a lot of cats. I think those are my top ones right now. Yeah, just good music in general. I mean, Anne-Marie, she's not a new artist, but she just put out a mixtape that I thought was really dope called Drive. Yeah, a lot of dope artists. Yeah, let me get back to you. It's like I deal with artists every day at my job and listening to music and going through lists of artists that I have to like sit down. But off the top, for me, I'm Anderson .Paak and internet and Keandra out. Okay, so those would be some. Let's go now. Let's see. Legacy Entertainment asked me, what rapper has the best concert performance skills? Mine would be Tupac because of his performance at House of Blues. Yeah, Tupac was a great performer. I think Busta Rhymes is probably my favorite performer. His energy on stage is amazing. I like it. That's it. I think it would be Busta Rhymes. Like LL puts on a good show too. I think my favorite in terms of rap wise would probably be Busta Rhymes. Rap Nerd put Trap Season. Let's see. Rap Nerd Leap put, do you think the comic book film bubble will burst soon? Great question. It depends. Depends on a lot of things. I'm a big comic book head. I used to collect comic books when I was younger. I don't anymore, but I still remember the stories. That's why I can connect with the films now are just pretty much reinterpretations of the comic book film, the comic book that we collected way back in the day, like Age of Apocalypse, not Age of Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse, Age of Ultron, Civil War, Batman vs Superman. These are all like more comic books. Do I think it will burst soon? It really depends on the next few films. I like the thing about Marvel, and I'm not a Marvel over DC guy. I kind of like both equally. In fact, I may like DC a little bit better. I think Marvel is doing great things in terms of like doing more genre specific films. Like they're not comic book film. Like to me, The Winter Soldier, Captain America was like a political thriller who happened to have a superhero in it. Civil War was kind of the same thing. It was like a governmental international espionage thing, but superheroes in it. I think Doctor Strange, like Ant-Man. Ant-Man was like a heist, Mission Impossible thing. Superhero was in it. Doctor Strange is gonna be like a Inception-ish horror type of thing, but has a superhero in it. So I feel like they're making films that are like they're like more genre based, and then it's like superheroes in it, not like he's here to save the day. It's like no, like there's superheroes fighting each other, and there's political stuff in it, and there's a whole bunch of things happening. So I really feel like it depends on how they do it. If they make like Deadpool. Deadpool is a perfect example of like a comedy film that happen to have a superhero in it. Like those films to me are gonna push the genres, push it. And I think it's just doing different things that apply to different markets. So it really depends. I think Doctor Strange is gonna be a really great test because it's really different. But you never know. Guardians of the Galaxy was a really, really different kind of film too, and that was probably one of the better Marvel films up there with Avengers and Winter Soldier and Civil War. So yeah. All right, let's get some more questions. Danielle Norris, but how many hats do you own? I think you wear different whenever episode. I think I double up a couple times. Double up. How many hats? I probably have like at least 30 different snapbacks. People ask me about my bow ties too. I probably have more bow ties than snapbacks. But yeah, I think snapbacks might have like 30 of those, 30 different ones. Thanks. Good question. Sean Okora do you think Lil Wayne fell off? That's lyrically, I've heard Wayne better. I've heard him better. Artist wise, I think the whole Cash Wayne stuff is really just slowed him up, man. Even now, like I don't know if when Lil Wayne finally drops, I'm sure like whole Cash Wayne thing will be subtle. I don't know if when he finally drops, if he's gonna have that impact as he once did. Mainly because Drake right now, his artist is killing it. It's kind of weird to say that Drake right now is probably a much bigger artist than Lil Wayne. And that's kind of weird to say if you were really around during Lil Wayne's reign in terms of Drake being hot because Wayne co-signed him and Nicki being hot because of Wayne. And now it's like, do we really think Wayne's gonna come out with a 1 million+ sold album like Drake? So yeah, we'll have to wait to see the next album, to be honest with you. I do like some of his verses on the project he did with 2 Chainz, the collaborative project, which was pretty cool. I think probably the best I've heard him in a while. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have to wait till next album to see if I can say he's fell off. I think creatively I've heard Wayne better, but Wayne is kind of like a person we gotta throw a lot of darts at the board, and then some things stick and some things don't stick. So his next album needs to stick. Pause. All right. Buy or sell Eminem pre-rehab or Eminem post-rehab? It's so sad to say, but probably pre. If we're saying Eminem, like Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem Show, Slim Shady LP and EP, and Infinite Murder Instruments, and trying to repent from it. Yeah. So probably pre. I think Eminem's one of those weird cases where he's probably lyrically better now, but the songs aren't connecting. I feel like he gets better and better, but he's getting so lyrical that I don't think it's capturing the audience now. I have a question for you guys. Before I wrap things up. First, so we do these hour and a half shows. Do you guys feel like we should keep the same format in terms of it being an hour and a half show, or should we make our The Culture shows a half an hour? Only because people are like, oh well, some shows are too long, but then some people love the shows. So let me know if we should make it shorter. Some people said we should do a podcast, and I'm like, listen, I need more views on my YouTube videos. If y'all give me 10,000 views a video, sure, I'll do a podcast and risk it. Otherwise, I'm going to be splitting up my audience. It's like half of y'all going to be on the podcast, half of going to be on the YouTube, and they're not going to equate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to kind of like make a party and put everybody in one room versus having a party at the same time, 2 different places. You kind of want the bigger pool. So y'all let me know if if you keep the same format, have it be like an hour, 45 minutes, or should it be like a half an hour or shorter? I don't know how we'll be able to do that, but I want you guys to let me know. Oh, and also too, put in the comments, give me 2 of your favorite co-hosts. We've had Deshanas, Donita, Jamie, Rob, Boss Queen, Drew, Trevor, Erica, Delicia, Toby, Antonio. Like, we've had a lot of people on our show. Mallory, Tara, Shante. Tell me, who's your favorite, couple of y'all favorite co-hosts, man? Who should I give more props to? Let me know. Lacey put T-Pain actually sing. He can. Lacey actually got into a debate with somebody. I was telling him like T-Pain could actually sing. Like if you listen to Keep Going on his 3 Rings album, he's showing the raw vocals without the auto-tune. I told people like it's not just pressing a button and you can sing. Like it's a lot more to it with auto-tune. Auto-tune is pitch correcting, meaning it's correcting the notes that you're saying it's wrong. So if you say I want to sing in the key of C, and you sing something that's off, it's going to correct it. So that's why you hear that robotic thing. But you have to still sing the notes, you know. So it's crazy. Let's see. Daniel put Little Wayne still alive. I would hope so. I know he's going through a couple of things with the coma thing. I gotta check some of the blogs, but I feel like he's still kicking. I mean, we haven't heard anything, so yeah. Hopefully he's doing good. Vance put that's one of his worst albums. Legacy put, what is your thoughts on Meek Mill being left off of house arrest? Left off. I don't know. Did he get left off house arrest? I don't know much about the Meek Mill situation. No, he was out of jail and he's on house arrest. And he's talking about probation officer. I don't know. I still feel like Meek Mill should have responded quicker to that Drake diss. To be honest with you, I feel like Meek Mill, like man, just being like that battle rapper from Philly with the cornrows. I feel he would have never taken that from Drake. I feel like that was his moment. I feel like Drake used it to be like, okay, I've done a hip hop beef. I'm hip hop. Don't test me. Well, I feel like Meek could have used that to knock Drake off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now it's irrelevant. So I think Meek Mill coming out for probation, whenever he gets off, man, he gotta. I'm not saying restart the beef, but I'm just saying like we need some more records. Keep in mind when this whole beef happened, Meek had the #1 album in the country. Meek was like #1 for like 2 weeks, so the music wasn't bad. It was probably one of his most successful albums. He just happened to get caught with that L from the Drake beef. So yeah, shout out to all my folks too at Atlantic, Warner Brothers. I was at Warner Brothers a couple of weeks ago. So shout out to all my people out there. Will you guys be? Oh, Miles G put. Will you guys be doing a Michael versus Prince episode? I'd like to be on the episode. Yeah, we've done something similar. We did a One Gotta Go, and Mike. It was Michael, Prince, Stevie, and Marvin Gaye. Yeah, we can do one. We can do one probably like next month or so. Yeah, I'm down for it. If you want to, again, Miles, you can join the group first. I gotta see how you move out here in them streets, and we'll definitely put you on an episode. Legacy Entertainment asked me, what do you think would have been something special? You think it would have been something special? Or what artist do you think would have been something special if they wouldn't have effed up their careers or died too early? Aaliyah would have been a bigger legend. I think Big Pun would have been dope. I think everybody's pretty much passed. I think that's why we kind of yearn for people. I think we think about Biggie and Tupac and Pun and Aaliyah. They were all people in their prime. And that's what it makes it such a hard thing to kind of swallow sometimes. I feel like they were on the uprise. Like their next move was going to be their biggest move. Tupac was going to be a bigger movie star. Aaliyah was going to be like a multi-international sensation. And Biggie was coming off a double album, you know, one of his highest sold albums of all time. Big Pun, like it was just Big L, same thing. I feel like a lot of people were in their prime, were going to reach the next level. So yeah, a lot of those legends. Let me answer 2 more for the game starts. Jay Sims said, keep it an hour long, gives you more time to explain the topic and debate them. Cool. Legacy Entertainment put actually like it long. I want them to be longer. Hey, M&A, pause if necessary. M&A put, I like the hour. Sean put, leave it the same format is better. Toby put 35 to 45 minutes to show. Okay. I think certain topics can be 30, others can be an hour or more. Okay. 1 hour fan, don't need to cut it. You need to cut it. Cut it. Oh yeah, hot. Jay Sims put Deshaun's and Donita is his favorite. Too. An hour. I love watching you guys. Deshaun's and Alicia, that's what Talib put. And the troll guy, Chad. T-Pain. All right, last comment of the night before the game starts. Jay Sims put, can you do a Toni Braxton versus Anita Baker? Sure. But I gotta keep it 100 with you. I'm a big Anita Baker fan, so it's gonna be a little biased on my part. I like Toni too. I like Toni. But yeah, we'll definitely do a comparison. But Anita, man, I may have to be a moderator on that. All right, again, thank you guys for tuning in so much. Next week, we're going to do a BT recap. of the show. So we're gonna watch the show. At the end of the show, it's gonna be probably like 11ish. You know, BT be late. You know how we do be late. So yeah, I would not be at the BT Awards. People asking me, no. I went to the Grammys this year. Grammys invited the boy, had me in the VIP. What's up? BT ain't do it for me. So I'm gonna support BT from afar. we're gonna do a recap. I'm gonna have, I believe, Deshaun's with me, Donita and Tara with me for the BT recap at the end of the show next week around like 11ish. So hope you guys can tune in live. If not, catch the recording. Please make sure you guys subscribe, show the boys some love. If you have any more questions you want me to answer, leave them in the comments, and we'll do a next Q&A in a couple of weeks. I'll have all the co-hosts back with me, and we'll get it popping. All right. So enjoy the game. I don't know who's gonna win. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an exciting moment. So again, thank you guys so much for showing me love. I'm BMOC. Peace.